as long as I can. I'm gonna head back to my church. We're gonna have they're doing burgers and bingo over there at my church tonight. So,
well, we'll have fun with you as long as you're here.
Yeah.
Well, hello everybody, Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm actually in my outdoor studio. We've got it set up and ready to rock and roll. Had to double check and make sure everything works because it hasn't been used since the football season and had a few issues and stuff, so hopefully I've gotten all the bugs out of the way. And it's hot as hell out here today. It's actually about 92 degrees, and starting at 6 o'clock we're going to have severe thunderstorm warning, so we may have to slip inside at some point, but hopefully we can get through this. And I hope everybody's having a great day. Let me make sure I got this together. Let me flip cameras here on you guys. I have my esteemed panel here today. Everybody, how's everybody doing?
Fine, we're fine.
What's going on, everybody?
I know I've got Roland's Review, Jason Renfro, James Nooks.
Fine. The spy is still here, Mark. You can't escape.
Yeah, I know you are. Troy Daniels, and I know we got Vado. Is there anybody else on here? Because I've had so many people that the list will only show so many at a time. I think that's everybody that we have. So we have some interesting news today. What's up, Kramer Malone? Young Wilson! Shout out to you on the Super Chat. And you know what? I don't have a notepad here. I'm going to have to grab one of those in just a second here. We have Giovanni and Clowney going back to the Cleveland Browns. That's the big news of the day. Congratulations to him being back there with them. So that's one less player that they can link to the Dallas Cowboys. Although we all know that Catboy is not going to sign anybody that's more than $1.5 million.
You need to be on the dollar million to get signed with the Cowboys.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I want you guys to do, starting with Stacy, and then we'll go to Jason. Introduce yourself while I go grab my notepad real quick. This is Broke-Ass Media in full effect.
Hello, everyone. This is Roland's Reviews. All right. Glad to be here and glad to you guys are like family to me, and so it means a lot to me to communicate with you all because I live alone, so it gives me something to do and I enjoy it.
All right.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
So Jason Renfro, what's up, Jason?
Yes, my name is Jason Renfro. I'm from Cleveland, Texas, and I've been a die-hard Cowboys fan since birth, so it's been a heck of a ride. It's been a heck of an off-season this year, so I've been anticipating the season this year.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait until start. I'm ready for football. I've been ready. I'm always ready for football. Even when the season ends, I'm ready for it. It doesn't matter. It's like a 24/7 for me.
I heard that. What's up, Joanne Gonzalez? I love weed. Thank you for the super chat. Young Wilson, got you covered there, buddy. Eric Walls. Yabba Dabba Doo. Peace, family, peace. James Nooks. What's up, James?
Hey, what's going on?
You are truly one of the diehards that are here every Sunday.
Always. I'm always ready for football. I'm just hoping we can upset a lot of teams. I'm pretty optimistic, but I like when the odds are against us, because that way, if we do win, then everybody can come out and hate extra more. Then they'll make excuses. Oh, well, they didn't win because they only won because so and so. I don't want to hear no excuses from nobody.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
because
right.
you know they're coming as soon as we start winning.
Especially the Philly fans. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
All right, Troy Daniels. What's up, Troy? Another one of our diehards along there with Roland's Review. What's going on, Troy?
Not much here. Just excited to get that season underway here in a few months. Hopefully we'll shut up some of those critics.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing that I find funny is with Eagle fans talking about you guys haven't done anything for 20 plus years. Didn't it take them like 50 years to finally win a Super Bowl?
Yes.
Something like that.
I'm just
Yeah.
just thinking, it did take y'all a long time to finally get to the promised land, but that's cool. That's cool. Vado, how are you doing today, Vado? Vado, your mic's muted. Vado, your mic is muted. You gotta unmute your mic. Let me see. Unmute your mic there, Vado. Ask him to unmute it. There we go. Well, I tell you what. I'll go to Brian till Vado gets his mic unmuted. Brian Green, what's up, Brian?
What's up, everyone? What's going on?
Brian, I got something I got to talk to you to off the set here about going down the road and stuff too. Coordinate with you and things. How are you doing today, Brian?
I'm doing wonderful. Opened up the pool today. Was outside getting some stuff done. So it was a very productive morning. How's everybody doing?
Did you say there's a pool party?
Yeah. Everybody's welcome.
Okay. All right. There's Vado. Vado's got his mic unmuted. Vado, how are you doing today?
Good.
You're doing
My
good?
name is Buckle. I'm from Fort Worth. A big old Cowboy fan. Been a Cowboy fan all my life.
Oh, wow.
You've been a Cowboy fan all your life. So you've been suffering with the rest of us then, huh?
Yeah.
We've all been suffering for about the last, 20 plus years here. So
God.
my question is, as we get through here, and as we're looking at some of our rookies and things, are we building this team for this year, or are we building this team for down the road? We've got a lot of really great players that I see down the road that are going to really be players. Are they going to be able to be good enough for us to challenge this year?
I think
maybe. It depends on how they get coached.
Okay.
We're going to challenge. There's no doubt we're going to challenge. As far as the division we're talking, yeah, we will be challenging for the division. The Eagles are, or better than they were last year. But let's not forget, we finished 3 full games ahead of them, and they still got the same quarterback. So we will see about all this hype as far as the Eagles are concerned. They got better. We can't, deny that they got, went out and got better. But we don't know what we got yet with this young group. I think our defense is going to be better than it was last year. So I honestly do. So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Ryan Doyle, Mark feeding that Cowboys news all the way to New Jersey for you. Yeah, man. Well, we try and carry it all the way around the planet and back. Angel Roman says, challenge, haha, must be an Eagle fan. Well, here's my thing. A couple of things that I feel good about. Regardless of the Amari Cooper situation, Amari still was 868 yards. And he was not a factor going down the stretch. Am I right or wrong on that?
You're right.
Zeke Elliott.
You're right.
I was looking at the numbers today and comparing Zeke to all the other running backs that are out there. There was only 7 running backs that went over 1,000 yards last year. 7. And some of the ones that went over 1,000, and you looked at seeing 1,200 yards here or 1,100 yards, their yards per carry were less than what Zeke Elliott averaged on the season as well. You follow me? And if you looked at Zeke from the beginning of the season, where he was averaging 4.7 yards a carry, to the second half where he was averaging 3.7, knowing he had a tore PCL, I don't know that we have to have Zeke where he was 5 years ago. If we just get Zeke from what he was the beginning of the season, he's going to be really good.
Well, Mark.
Yeah.
Of our defense, so since it appears as that the defense is getting better and better, can't we put even though I know we lost Amari Cooper, but the offense maybe doesn't need quite as much firepower You know, if the defense, you know, has improved that much, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I agree with you 100% because you really need to be balanced. You know, it's
Right.
usually not the high-powered offense that's winning the Super Bowls. I mean, think about it.
Win championships.
When you're talking about winning championships, you know, and this is the thing with the Cowboys, we've always had really good offenses. It's always been we've got a couple of really good players on defense that disguise the fact that our defense is really not that good. When you think about all
Right.
the years of DeMarcus Ware, you know, you looked at DeMarcus Ware, you know, 19 sacks and 21 sacks and stuff like that. Oh my God, he's a beast. But for the most part, we were soft in the underbelly or we had poor cornerback play. And so, yeah, he got those numbers, but all around, we've never really been able to plug the middle of the field since, I think, the 2007 season was the last season, and I looked at that defense, and you looked across the board, the Cowboys defense didn't have major holes anywhere. And we have not been able to plug up the middle of the field since really Jay Ratcliffe. And to me, that's going to be the key, is if we can stop the run, because we did great in the regular season. But during the playoffs, when you're kind of battered and bruised, that's when teams are able to run the football, and they're always running against us in the playoffs, and we lose it.
You just saw it with McCarthy and Quinn. Yeah, during the draft, we talked about it last week. They were screaming and they were saying for Ridgeway, they were saying playoffs, playoffs, playoffs. There's nothing more frustrating. Listen, we did it back in the 90s. Everybody knew that we were going to run the ball, yet they could, you know, nobody could stop us. It's very frustrating not to be able to stop somebody's run, because if you can't do that, it opened the floodgates.
Yep.
So,
well, and the thing on the defense, on the depth chart, you start actually looking and saying, we're actually deeper than we've been in a long time, too. I'm not saying that we have maybe, per se, tons and tons of Pro Bowl talent, but we actually have good talent that you can say, okay, you know, between Dante Fowler, between, you know, Armstrong, they're not extremely great players, but they're really good. If you lose one, you're not stepping back to, you know, Tyron Smith to Chaz Green type of a scenario. And I think the strength and numbers of being able to rotate a wave after wave of guys being fresh is going to benefit the team completely more than we've had before. I mean, going into last year, we looked at it and said, we got Donovan Wilson at safety. You know, Donovan Wilson right now is looking like he's going to be a backup.
yeah, definitely. His future is in doubt.
And we have some good and aggressive free agents that could make a big hit on the team.
Yeah, if we could get a few free agents, but we know Catboy is not going to spend any money. Catboy, you know, I think
free agent.
I think Catboy takes pride in not spending that money. So, okay, so if we go through position by position, you know, at the moment it looks like D-Law will be the starter, you know, but you got Dante Fowler backing him up, which is a guy who could be rebounding, you know, and Terrell Basham, and Basham actually played decent last year. At the nose, you kind of have Tristan Hill at the moment, although I don't know Tristan Hill will make the roster. You got Quentin Bohannon, and then you got John Ridgeway. That's better than we've been in a long time in the middle of the field. And then defensive tackle, you've got Gallimore, Osa, and Carlos Watkins.
Yeah, that's deep, Mark. That's real deep.
And then you go on the other side, you got Dorrance Armstrong, and then you got Sam Williams, you know, and Sam Williams and Goldston, you know, probably.
You got Basham as a backup.
Yeah, so you start looking and saying, okay, that's not too bad. The spot that still worries you is weak side linebacker, Van Der Esch, Jarrell Cox. I think Cox might push Van Der Esch some, and Devin Harper. Behind Micah, you got Luke Gifford and Damon Clark. Cleveland Clark, I don't think he's going to play this year, but, you know,
he ain't going to be ready early on anyway.
Here's the question mark would be, is left cornerback. Is it Kellen Joseph?
I think he's going to get the start nod, assuming he's eligible.
Yeah.
I do.
And the question
I just know how they work. I just know how they work.
Yeah.
They want to see their draft picks play.
As long as he stay out of legal trouble, he'll be able to.
I'm curious, has he stepped away from the rap? Is he focusing solely on football right now?
Well, you know that rap. It's, unfortunately, what surrounds the rap is, some of the negative things that gets himself in trouble. So.
Well, it's not so much the rap itself as it is the people that you get from
the hangers on.
Because it's not just, let's not put it out there as just rap music, because it could be like, like,
I didn't mean the music, but that that whole vibe. It seems like, just going back to Tupac. I was just watching a story on TV about Tupac and Biggie and all that. It's just people get caught up, and let's face it, he's the Dallas Cowboy of the group. Yeah. So he's going to find himself in the bad situations if he keeps hanging in that group.
That's where he needs to be scared straight. But if you're a knucklehead, you're a knucklehead, because you can look at somebody like Aaron Hernandez, who wanted to be a gangster even though he played football. And we saw what he kind of did, and some of the other NFL players that just because you're an NFL player doesn't mean you're not stupid. So hopefully he's scared straight. Okay, so then we've got free safety. We got Malik Hooker, looks like he's going to probably be the starter, and Donovan Wilson will be his backup. That's clearly better position in safety than we've been in a long time. Jaron Kearse is a strong safety with Israel, his backup, and of course we got Diggs and Anthony Brown with Jordan Lewis backing him up. So that's a pretty good, and that's pretty a lot of depth. When you think about what we came in last year, when you started thinking about the players we had, it was kind of like, oh God, man, you didn't look at that and say, I'm confident about anybody other than maybe D-Law and maybe Van Der Esch. We still had Jalen Smith as our starting middle linebacker, and it just looked bad. On paper, this looks pretty decent.
Mark.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you had to choose right now, who would you say is going to be our number one run stuffer? If you had to make a choice right now, who's best on the team?
If we're talking about on the line, I'm actually going to think Neville Gallimore is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be somebody that's on the field on first and second down.
Yeah.
You would think.
So.
I think Neville Gallimore, with his speed, his strength, will probably be our number one run stopper.
And Ridgeway will definitely, because I think those are going to be your starting inside two right there. And I think that brings a lot of beef, and that brings a lot of power. And that's what you're going to have. Now you're also Micah Parsons.
And that was going to be my other part. When you look at from the and also too, D-Law is a better run stopper than he is sacker. So
you might see him slide up in the middle of the line.
Yeah, well, I would
times.
Would love to be able to see it. If you're Dan Quinn, you got to go to bed at night and just kind of smile, because you've got all these different pieces to work with now, all these young pups, and you've got guys that are fighting for their NFL career. I mean, Tristan Hill, I'm not going to throw him out just yet, because this is a contract year. This is put up or shut up for him. And sometimes when you have that writing on the wall and a guy who's only getting $1.2 million, I think, this year, you start looking at that and saying, I got to do something, whether it's going to be for here or elsewhere, to get another contract.
Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah.
Trying to get a contract.
I just think it's going to be tough for teams to get it beat. I think teams are going to come out and try and run the ball on us, but I think it's going to be tough to get a beat of who's actually rushing the passer. I just think we have a lot of options. It's exciting.
Yeah, and this may be where you don't have a lot of guys that are pro bowlers, because you're going to be rotating so many players in and out on the field that you're not going to be there every single play. Shout out to Stuart Morrison. My main man is here. Stuart, what's funny is DMV tweeted this morning that the Wings finally got him this morning. I got rid of him yesterday. I was feeling good by the afternoon, but my intestines are fine. We got over $5,500 we have thus far raised for Stuart to work on his house and stuff, and we're working on the trip of getting down there to go ahead and take care of fixing a lot of stuff. Stu, the only thing I need you to do is concentrate on getting better. We're going to handle the rest of it. Eastside Monster, I'm not a troll. I am the truth. The realization, the worry is in the back, and all the fears. I'm sorry. Do y'all see fear in my eyes? Do I look scared? Am I shaking in my boots because of the Eagles?
Hey, tell him to remember the last time Vince Young got on there and said they was a dream team.
Yeah. Yep.
What happened?
Turned into a nightmare. It turned into a freaking nightmare. Yeah, but that's cool. Let the Eagles keep feeling themselves. I like that. I actually like the underdog role better than being the front
Was the dream team when they had Namdi Oswald and all those guys?
Yep. That was the dream team. Vince Young, Namdi, and oh my God.
Vince Young didn't even start and said that.
Yeah. It's like, thanks for putting us under the bus.
Yeah, Namdi was a train
hot air
wreck.
to fill up a hot air balloon.
I just want to ask this question to everybody on the panel. When was the last team that had all the hype? And I think everybody can agree that the hype right now is with the Eagles. Yep. When was the last time that a team with all the hype that went out? Now, they didn't just buy people, but, they're really smelling themselves. It's been a while since somebody went out, had all the hype, and actually followed through. It's still the same quarterback.
Tampa Bay.
Well,
that would be
2 years ago.
Well, a couple of years, but Tampa Bay would be probably the only one that I can think of that actually.
And they have Tom Brady, Mark. That's a little different.
Right.
A guy who's already won 6 Super Bowls prior to, they're already setting up for drafting a quarterback next year in the draft. I mean, that's why they traded, this year's number 1 for next year with New Orleans, which isn't going to be a good pick if you look ahead. But that's just my opinion.
Oh, I agree with you 100% on that. I don't think that they're anywhere close to what they think they are. I think they'll be a good team.
I just think the hype never matches up. I'm glad that the hype is off of us. I'm real excited that everybody thinks that we're not the best team in the division. Good, sleep on us, please. Sleep on us.
Well, you remember last year was actually the Washington football team.
Yeah,
everybody talked about
he got hurt. What's his name? Fitzmagic got hurt after what? The halftime. By halftime, he was done for the year.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We didn't It's magic.
I think he's retired.
He magically disappeared before we got to him.
Well, we got this week. We'll end up having the rookies and the veterans really begin to pick it up a notch. There is no contact, although they do some drills that are pretty close to about as live as you can get without pads on. Biggest concerns that we still have on this roster, I'm still working about linebacker, depth-wise on that. And I'm still worried about swing tackle.
Yep, those are the 2 positions. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with this extra money that they got. I hope they just don't carry it to try and extend contracts and re-sign people, which that's not a bad thing, but we need to fill a couple holes because I would say until maybe most of the year, we dodged injury until the end of the year. And Zeke, we weren't real injured last year. We can't expect to be that healthy this year, and I want some more depth on that O-line.
I'm going to disagree with you on the injuries there. On the offense, we were hurt pretty bad.
Well, like COVID, but not so much hurt early on. Well, we had Gallup, right? We had
Gallup early, and then we had Lyle Collins because of stupidity. Then
it's just we didn't have that year-ending, because we've had years where we've had multiple guys be gone for the year. There wasn't anybody that wasn't coming back at some point. That's what I was.
But Tyron Smith, when he came back, Tyron Smith was not the same guy.
No, he was not.
No, he wasn't.
That was the one that was the killer. And then when you ended up having Amari Cooper go out with COVID, and then when you ended up having, I'll say when CD, after he had the concussion, wasn't the same either.
That was the big one, though.
And then you, of course, had both of your running backs with plantar fasciitis and a torn PCL.
It was the timing of the injuries that was bad.
Yeah,
Or maybe
COVID.
I should say, it was bad timing.
being
Thanksgiving Day.
It was towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
being nicked up pretty bad through there. So that was my thing on there. To me, and that's where I looked at the numbers for Zeke. Zeke was averaging 4.75 yards carry first 8 games of the season. Gets his PCL, the offensive line goes down. Dak has the calf injury along with the shoulder injury. And then these little nicks and things definitely started to slow down the whole offense. That and Kellen Moore, who knows what happened with him. My big question is will Kellen Moore get out of the Scott Linehan shadow and Jason Garrett shadow and start to actually make his own offense?
He needs to.
He needs to.
If he wants to have a coaching future, he's going to dial some stuff up, or he ain't going to have much more of a future. His stock is way down. He hasn't, obviously he's not a good interview, apparently, because he can't get a head coaching job. So he better, this is the year he needs to step up.
Eastside Monster said nobody is scared of them cowgirls. You might for a team that got their ass handed to them twice last year, you might want to take a little slice of humble pie, especially with a quarterback that is 25-6 in the division. I'm just saying. Gene Jones says RG3 is a backup.
I love weed. When was the last time Eagles beat us?
It wasn't last year. It was against Ben DiNucci. Okay.
Yeah, Mark, I don't know where I heard it. Somebody said it's been since 2004 since we got swept by the Eagles. Is that
That's true.
Is that true?
That's true.
I don't know if that's true or not. But if that's true, they're talking sweep already. Trust me when I tell you, when they're doing their wins and losses, they got 2 wins against Dallas this year. So I'll be interested to see how that all plays out.
That would be a first.
Especially with content creators.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm almost positive
Philly 500
true.
thinks he's going to beat us twice.
Well, Philly 500 is always in that. That's why he's a dingbat.
He's hysterical.
We're talking about positions of concern. I kind of wonder, are we set at backup quarterback like somebody else is saying? I mean, Ben, maybe no. Cooper, possibly. But what do we have after that? I mean, we never gave Will Greer a chance last year.
Nope.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I mean, okay, what are you going to get?
Yeah, there's nothing really out there left, I don't think.
Yeah. With Catboy.
Isn't Nick Foles out there?
Foles,
he's signing with Indianapolis.
Or he's close to it, yeah.
He's close
in India.
He's close to signing with them, they said.
But Nick Foles couldn't, get past third string with.
They caught lightning in a bottle with Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Nick Foles, it was the perfect. They were running that read option. They got on a roll. Their offensive line stayed healthy. They just got on a roll. It wasn't like the Eagles were expected to do anything that year. They got on a roll. They were a wild card team. That's what happened. So, Nick Foles, I give him credit. There's a statue of Nick Foles outside the stadium. But no thank you on Nick Foles.
You actually go through Nick Foles' career statistics. His career.
Nick Foles.
He's 62% completions, 6.8 yard average, 82 touchdowns, 47 interceptions. It's not, people. Yeah, again, he's won a Super Bowl. I'll give you that, but it was with a great team. Other than that playoff run in the next year and his rookie year, it's not that great a quarterback.
He was the Trent Dilfer of the.
There you go.
Hey, listen. Congratulations. They won a Super Bowl. It's been how long? 24 years for us?
Yeah.
So that's great, but Nick Foles is no answer.
He could at the game, and every single game he's been good to the Eagles.
He was definitely good for the Eagles there. Good enough that they built a statue for him. But
Philly.
The RG thing kind of intrigues me.
RG3?
It kind of intrigues me.
Why?
I just don't know. I mean, it does intrigue me, but I don't think he is going to be in the NFL. He's
I think we all think of RG3, who beat us on Thanksgiving. What is his rookie year, or is his
it was his
or his second year? I couldn't eat that day. It was so bad. You know what I mean? It was rough, but I think that ship has sailed.
I think it
really
is too, to be honest with you. I'm just saying it intrigues me that, if he were in playing shape, get him, to back up.
There was one quarterback that I've always liked, and he ended up going to Atlanta. Who's that? Mariota?
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have gotten him as a backup, but he wasn't going to come here for a backup. Other than that, I think we're good with what we got. I think we all know if that goes down, we're done.
The season's over.
So.
Yeah. The season's over. I mean,
I could have done with Colt McCoy.
Is he still in Arizona?
Yeah, he's at Arizona.
okay.
Colt's one of those guys who does good against us,
And that's about it.
but is he really do good against everybody else? I mean, he's a decent, but you know what I mean? He always seems to have our number. That's about it.
Well, let me say this about RG3. 2016, 886 yards. 2018, 21. 2019, 225. And 2020 is last year he played 42 yards. That ship sailed. Okay, he's done. Yeah, he can still run fast. Done. Okay, but he was never a very good pocket passer. I mean, you might as well put Tony Pollard in the back there to be the quarterback.
He wasn't ready to be a pocket passer.
Yeah, if we're gonna go with RG3, they might as well bring back Kaepernick. These guys are in the tank.
You know what? I would take Kaepernick before RG3.
They don't want nobody in that building that's actually going to push Dak. So that's fine. I'm a Dak guy. Just go with Dak. If he gets hurt, we're done.
Is Geno Smith still in the league?
Yeah, he's up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Geno.
Yeah, he's starting in Seattle too.
Well, okay. I mean, probably the best person that might be left out there, and I think everybody's just waiting for the Browns to cut him, would be Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
He's not going to be a backup.
Well,
I'm just saying
I was
would,
thinking Andy Dalton. He's still around, right?
I think he's already
signed with somebody. Didn't he sign with the Texans?
I don't think. Maybe that would be a smart move if he did.
He already did sign.
He signed with New Orleans.
Oh, that's right.
Really?
Yeah. It was New Orleans, right? It was New Orleans.
He's gonna back up Jameis.
Yeah. Now, there's a possibility that Drew Brees could come back.
And New Orleans still owns his rights, don't they?
I would think that they probably. No, actually, I think his contract ended.
If he brought Sean Payton along with him, that would be.
I think it did end.
Yeah,
did it end?
I think it did. I'm not positive though. Maybe Mark can pull that up, but
I thought he maybe had one more year.
He would walk right back in there and start if he came back.
Yeah.
So that would probably mean Andy. Thanks, but or Jameis. I don't know, but.
Well,
I don't know. Do we maybe see them draft a backup quarterback next year? And maybe like the third, fourth round?
No, they still have dead money on him for this year. Now, I don't know. Let me see if that's for this year. I think this year will be the last year of that. I could be wrong.
As much as we would like to, them to have a starter in the wings, if God forbid something happens to Dak, I think we know that they're not going to do that. They're just not going to do that. So.
Well, I tell you what I would do, instead of trying to say we need a backup quarterback that's that great, is get me a swing frickin' tackle and spend the money on that.
Well, you know where I'm at. I don't even. You can name the swing tackle. I don't care at this point. I need a veteran body that could, swing, because Tyron's going down, and I do not want to have to rely on a rookie or slide Terrence Steele out of the right tackle spot. He needs to stay there for a whole season.
Amen.
So if we can get a swing tackle, and I still want Barr, but I I'll hold my breath on that. If we can get a linebacker, because I think we're a little bit late in linebacker to start the season. I really do. Outside of that, I think we're good, guys and gals.
Well, there's word that I keep seeing all these great things. Should the Cowboys sign or trade for Robert Quinn as in a second time? I'm kind of like, no.
I brought that up to last week. I just meant as he was very successful here. If we could get him on the cheap, but I'm not paying nothing for the guy. As a rotational piece. But I think we're good at the end. I don't think we need him.
I don't think so.
I think you guys were right.
Yeah, I'm okay with the young guys we have because definitely you're going to spend a good chunk of change for him right now, coming off of an 18-sack season.
I see that what's his name is re-signing with the Browns.
Yeah,
Jadeveon Clowney.
Clowney.
Yeah.
For
that would have been a guy I would have been interested in, but it's getting pretty thin at this point. So
there's not much left. Now,
give me Anthony Barr, like I keep telling you, and I'll be good.
Which we haven't heard anything more about.
And Thomas has been harping on that too.
What do you think about Dominic Sue?
I'd take him.
Oh, I forgot he's still out there.
He is still out there.
I wasn't sure if he was out there. I thought that he was expected back in Tampa.
He may
or Miami.
He hasn't yet.
How much you want?
But let's get. I'm sorry, Bohannon. You can, go to the side. I'll take Sue as a rotational guy if he's willing to do that.
Yeah.
All right, somebody in the restroom. What y'all doing?
Yeah. You might want to mute your mic when you flush the toilet.
Thomas Garrett. It's yellow.
That's that Thomas guy.
What do y'all think of Julio Jones?
Julio's done.
No. Yeah. Right, his best years a couple years ago.
I would rather take
you
Flyer.
I'd
love to get DK.
You never know.
That would be my dream scenario.
Yeah, I would trade for him too. Catboy, he's not gonna.
I'll even take
like I said,
Odell.
I'd give up 2 first rounds for him.
But Odell's not.
Yeah, but he's
He's hurt. I know.
He's not
but I mean,
start the
you
season.
can get him on the cheap. He may say to hell with the Rams.
I don't know. That's 2 ACLs.
Tim
Sorry about
Hargrove
that, guys. That threw something in the toilet.
Yeah.
Y'all would have known.
Yeah, we know.
Okay, so Tim Hargrove says the Eagles swept us in 2017 and 2011.
Wow.
But we are 21-13 versus them since then. Did it? Wait a minute.
I don't buy that.
Wait a minute. 2017. I thought they were resting
What's up,
their
guys?
starters and we won.
I saw a stat on the Philly station that said it's been 10 years since I'm talking since they swept us. I mean, WIP locally, that's what I heard.
No, 2017. We won the last game of the season, 6-0.
Yeah, you just can't throw stuff out there, guys, if you're not correct.
That was Eagles won. Excuse me. 37-9 in November, but we won the second game. So there was that one. And what other year did he say? What was the other year he said?
2011.
2011.
Yep. I don't think they swept us in 2011 either.
I'm telling you, Troy,
Look
I heard
2020.
I heard them say
Sure that's when
2004,
they
I
swept
think.
us in 2020.
They didn't sweep us in 2020.
Are you sure? Because that's when we lost.
Well, we lost 20-7 on one of them, and we lost both in 2011. And they beat us 34-7. So I'll give you that one. 2017 they did not. So that's one time they swept us since 2004.
Okay, so in the last 11 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it's our time. I doubt it.
No, we'll see. We'll see. I think at best it's we split it.
Even back when we were winning Super Bowls, we were splitting. It's very hard to sweep a division. Let's sweep an opponent. NFC East is nasty.
Oh, I love that. Oh, see, this is where it's so funny they tell us it's delusional. Sweeps don't count for nothing. Laugh out loud. What does it mean in a new year? Isn't that what you guys always say with the last time you guys won a Super Bowl? It's kind of funny that Eastside Monster, that you guys talk about how long it's been since we won a Super Bowl. How long did it take you guys to actually win one?
Now, Eastside should know, especially if he's local, that
hold on, wait.
The Eagles beat Dallas, that is their Super Bowl.
It is. I wonder, is that Eastside Herald?
7-10, and they'll be happy if they beat us twice. So let's be honest. That's what you guys want to do. And remember when we would win Super Bowls? I think it was the year that Barry Switzer. Remember, like Emmett ran it 4 times, and they stopped us again. Well, okay, you won that game, and we went on to win a Super Bowl. You won your Super Bowl that day, so.
And you look at it too. You could take, and this is just a hypothetical. I'm not saying that it'll happen. You could say Washington sweeps the division, 6-0, right? But if they have a losing record, say it's 7-10, and Dallas or Philadelphia comes back with a 9-7 record, 9-8 record, they take the division, not the Commanders. I shouldn't say the Redskins, but the Commanders.
They'll always be the Redskins.
That's what I still call them.
But, yeah.
I still call them that.
Yeah, there you go. But the Commanders would not get the division by virtue of the sweep over everybody. It goes to the overall record. So sweeps don't mean spot.
I think Mark was right when he said that there might be a lesser record this year, but we'll probably be a better team. So we may not win 12 wins. We may not have 12. I'm right around the 11 mark.
But we might. We might. I don't know.
I mean, we can't expect to sweep the division.
We won't sweep the division.
And the division's better. So everybody in division might be, I still think the Giants are trash, but, we'll see.
I think we take care of the Giants and the Commanders both games.
And we split with the Eagles.
And then we split with the Eagles for a 5-1 division. But I'm still.
What makes the Eagles so much better? Like, why are people so afraid?
We're just kind of allowing them to be excited.
They had the best draft this year.
We're allowing them to be excited. We're not going to. It's hard for us to say, no, you're not, when they are going out and actually signing people, and Dallas isn't. We all know that that's not what's going to put them over the edge, but whatever. Hey, let's give them their props in the offseason. They can win the offseason championship. The games will start in September.
Here's an interesting.
But it don't mean anything, though, until no matter who you draft, until they get on the field. How many times have you seen players come out and end up being bust?
Oh, I agree with you on that one. But here's
we play Cincinnati on my birthday, so I'm ready for that one.
There you go.
Or our rookies could come out and ball out. They don't know. Everybody's just projecting that,
I love our rookie class.
I really do. I do. I like D. Williams. No lie. I'm ready to see him get on the field.
We got some ballers up and down, up and down the picks. I mean,
we really do.
No, not
we drafted what we needed, not what everybody else wanted us to get.
Just like just like what I said last week. Not only is our draft was a good draft, our free agents were good free agent class too.
It's almost like, who are they going to let go? Because they have a lot of good ball players in the building. We're going to be sitting here in August, at the end of August, beginning of September, saying, wow, we just let this guy go, or this guy didn't make the team. There's a lot of good ball players in that building. So,
Well, here's an interesting one for Eagles that think they're going to sweep. 2015 was a butt ugly year for us, 4-12. But do you know what? We got a victory against each team in our division even that year.
Yep.
Nobody in our division swept us in our worst season.
Yeah, Dak's record against the division speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell the Eagles fans that we're some playoff juggernaut, because we could all sit here and say we haven't gotten it done in the playoffs, and you are right. You are 100% right. The Dallas Cowboys have not got it done in the playoffs. But as far as the division, we pretty much own your ass, and that's a fact.
Yeah, we took care of business when it came to division play.
Right.
I don't know. That's what hurts me. Like, because I know we're a good team, but when the lights are the brightest, it seems like we fold. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't disagree with that
Absolutely.
one.
more.
Can't
It's
disagree
very
with that one.
frustrating as a Dallas fan.
I'm out.
You're out. Take it easy, my man.
Yeah,
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right,
Jason
Jason.
Renfro. We'll catch you on the flip side. Well, yeah, and to me, that still goes back to our problems. Running the football late in the year, and usually Tyron Smith is nicked up or out.
Stopping the run.
Okay, and stopping the run, which is concentrating on the big guys in the middle. And for once, this is where I still believe that Dan Quinn has a bigger influence because the Cowboys never believed in defensive linemen. The fact that we've actually spent some draft capital on guys that at least have a pedigree is an amazing thing because, it's just kind of like whoever. We can get a defensive end that can kind of do the dirty work and play defensive tackle like Tyrone Crawford. It's not ever been something they looked at and said, we've got to stop the run until now. Now, it's no guarantee that John Ridgway is going to be the guy or Quentin Bohannon, but you can look at this and still say, I do believe in Gallimore. I believe in Carlos Watkins as a guy who can also move down there and play tackle and play pretty well. Tristan Hill, I'd really like to see him step up and say that he wasn't a wasted number 2 pick, but, I believe that we are better on the defensive line than we've been in a long time. In fact, the front seven as a whole.
Without a doubt.
I see we lost Brent Urban.
Yeah,
Going
the
back to
Ravens.
Baltimore.
Doesn't bother me much.
No, it don't because we have way too many bodies as it is there now. I think, and we're good. Hey, Mark, where did we finish last year in defense? Do you know?
Total defense? Let me pull
I
it.
think we're on 9th, weren't we?
Top.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so we
Top
were
10?
top 10.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're going to be better this year. I'm sorry, Randy Gregory.
Guaranteed.
I understand we don't have Randy Gregory, but he didn't help much with. Randy got a little undisciplined. To say the
Especially in that
least.
playoff game.
We were 7th.
Not to mention,
Okay.
Yeah,
we were.
we finished 11th in defense and 1 forcing turnovers.
No, actually, no. Here's what we had. Scoring defense, we were 7th. 19th,
That's what I was saying.
19th in
7th,
yards, but you had to look at that and say a lot of that could have been garbage time yards too. When we
East
blow
Side
out.
is at it again.
I'm beginning to think that that's Eastside Herald who has left left the Texans and gotten on the Eagles bandwagon.
We welcome everybody here, right, Mark?
Yeah.
You're welcome to your opinion, East Side.
Now, here was the craziest shit that I have heard was the USA Today was ranking fan bases in all sports.
Mm-hmm.
Golden State was the worst fan base in any sport. They had the Dallas Cowboys fan base as the second worst.
Based on what?
Eagles.
Based on what? Right.
Okay, then they had New England at 3rd, and they had the Eagles at 10.
Excuse me, they throw snowballs at Santa Claus.
Okay,
What do you
now hold. Now,
Okay.
check this
if
out.
you're considering being, I would say the fans in Dallas, I will be 100% tell you that they are too nice. They are.
Yes.
I've never been to a stadium where they are just nice to everybody. So if that's a bad thing, then so be it. But you go to Philly. If we go to Philly, if Mark really goes,
felons.
my son, he's getting ready to graduate high school this year. He hasn't been to an Eagle game. I haven't taken them to one because it's such a nasty environment there.
Yeah.
As a kid, I went there all the time. My parents took me. My dad was born and raised in Dallas, so he was a big Cowboy fan, and I remember going. But it's just a nasty environment. And I don't want to subject my kid to that, but I think it's time, Mark. I think we got to go. I think we got to go and tailgate.
I
think it's time to do it.
I'm definitely thinking about it. Glenn Arrington says, shout out on the super chat, best comeback I use is when people say our last Super Bowl was so long ago, and I say, well, when are you going to catch up? Which is true.
Why is it taking you so long to catch
up? At what point does their Super Bowl become in the past?
It's already in the past.
God, how long ago was that? It's been at least 10 years ago.
Well, the Eagles won what 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't even.
2017.
Okay, so time is flying. So at what
Right.
point? Okay,
So they garbage. That's what it
so
is.
you're just
They
as,
garbage.
so they're just like Dallas fans because
There you go.
that's the one thing we can't sit here and argue. Our
Well,
team
well,
does not want it. I am
here is
frustrated. My youngest son, who's graduating high school, has never seen a winning team. You know, he goes to the games with me, but he hasn't
Tired
seen
of
a
the
winning
same
team.
jokes.
Well, I'll tell you
he's
what.
tired of hearing it. He's not leaving. He's a Dallas fan. I'm a Dallas fan. I'm here. I'm ride or die.
I'm ready for that moment we win, so I can be like, "Fuck you, everybody."
Exactly.
Hey, I'm ready.
Well, okay.
We need that
the
to take a
funniest
breath
thing.
and say, okay, we're back. We're back on the
Stephen A.
same playing
Smith will get
field.
so much heat.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
what
man.
The
that's what
funniest
refs tell us
part.
to be great.
The funniest part on that whole article was, and this was their reason why Cowboys fans stuck, is because in August, as they put it, Cowboy fans, we're going to the Super Bowl. By December,
geez.
I think I'm going to become an Eagles fan. It's like, no, I don't know any Cowboy fan
That's
jumping the
ridiculous.
bandwagon to be an Eagle fan. That just
Never.
would never happen. That's where I said that this is
That's
where
blasphemy.
it's completely
That's
bullshit.
crazy.
Shout out to Lola. What's
I
up, Miss
just think
Hot
that
Sauce?
we're the
and Miss
biggest fan
Charles?
base, and we're going to have those front runners because, down in Philly, because I'm in South Jersey, right near Philly,
Okay.
like their main motto is that Dallas Cowboy fans are cockroaches. When we're winning, we're chirping, and when we're losing, we go hide under a rock.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's not the group that is in here because we haven't won a Super Bowl in 24 years. Okay,
Right.
we're not sitting there saying how great we are. We're analyzing and talking about the team that we love to root for. So there are those front runner, loudmouth Dallas fans. But that's just because we're the biggest fan base. I
Amen.
can't control that.
Yeah, and I have to admit, we do have some questionable fans. Because I think we get more hate from some of our own fans than we do from some of the other teams.
I'll tell you, this will probably date Mark and I, but we both remember that 1-15 season. Oh
I
my
was there, Troy.
God.
When
Was you
when
there?
Troy Aikman got sacked 11 times at Veterans Stadium. I was
Oh,
there.
yikes.
Okay,
I was there.
that's
it
nothing,
was
buddy.
hard.
That 1-15 shoots.
I
Are you
was
kidding?
there when Michael Irvin played his last game.
Played his
Dion
last game,
was
yeah.
doing a prayer, and everybody was booing. And I'll stick up for the Eagles fans out there. They weren't booing Michael Irvin. They were booing Dion for doing his healing dance. That I will keep 100. But I was there too. It's
Okay, I'm old enough to remember when the Dallas Cowboys were known as the great regular season team, but can't win the big one because they kept losing to like Green Bay. They lost to the Colts in the Super
The
Bowl.
60s, late 60s,
and things that that nobody had faith in the Cowboys. It's kind of like it is now. I mean, it's kind of like deja vu because they're always like, "Yep, great regular season team, but can't win the
Next
big
year's team. That's
Yep.
what they always got the moniker.
one." Yeah, and then until they did, and maybe this year will be the year that we go ahead and win back-to-back division titles.
I'll tell you, I think I know what prompted the Cowboys getting that Super Bowl in Super Bowl VI is when Bob Lilly threw his helmet clearing the hell down the field after the ball game.
There you go.
How far did he throw that sucker, Mark?
That thing went all the way down there, man. That thing was gone.
He tossed that thing probably from about his own 20, inside his own 30 at least, and that thing landed clear almost to the end zone. That's how bad it was.
I
For
think
him.
it
Not
was.
only that, when it landed straight up like a helmet should land when you put it on, put it on the field.
Yeah. When you put it on.
I think it was Bob Lilly that told Cliff Harris. I think it was Cliff Harris that don't get the hell in the way. We are going to the Super Bowl this year, and we're gonna win it. And didn't know his name, and so he said, "I stayed the hell out of the way."
Yeah. Speaking of Bob Lilly and Randy White, they had that dog in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ed Too Tall Jones and Harvey
Yep.
Martin. I mean, they had a dog that our team has been lacking, and I think our draft this past year has gone back to that. They want guys Yeah, they don't want the acquire boys. They want guys that have some dog in them, because I think that's what we lacked the last couple of years. When the chips are down, we kind of whimper and walk off. We need some dogs.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why I call this the attitude era, because like you said, you call them dogs. These are players with attitude, man. They
said the attitude.
And it started last year when we brought in Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Started last year.
Supposedly D. Williams has got that dog. Now we'll see. Sam.
Yeah,
D,
he does.
Whatever.
He does. You haven't watched film on him?
Well, I did, and I'm excited, but that's what I'm hearing until I see it.
Not only him though, Tolbert as a wide receiver. He talked about changing the culture there. I mean, I don't want to say that Amari Cooper is soft, but it just seems like when the chips are down, it kind of shies away.
Why did we love the playmaker so much? Because he had that dog in him. Yeah, he wasn't the fastest guy out there. He ran great routes and he had great hands, but he was the leader of that team. We need some dogs.
Hey, that's why I love Dez. No lie. No lie. I like Dez.
And then the playmaker, you got to remember that dog that he had, that go all the way back when he was playing at the University of Miami.
Miami.
Yep.
You got to think about that when he played with the crazy Hurricane teams back in the 80s.
He was born, that way. That's just the type of guy he is.
Oh, I definitely have to agree with you on that.
Oh no, he got away with a lot though. Michael Irvin got away with a lot.
Yeah, I mean he got away with it, but
because he was a star, man. He earned that respect.
Exactly.
Okay, we don't get that respect, and just like D-Law said a couple years ago, I call it soft. You can honestly look at that, and for those who don't understand what we mean by being a dog, you think about how San Francisco came in here for the playoffs. They came in there with an attitude, and we don't give a rat's ass. We don't give a F. And they came in there, and they get punched in the mouth. They grin at you, and they keep coming back for more. When you hear Mike McCarthy say, "Well, we seemed nervous before the game," you ain't got no dogs if you're nervous before a game.
True.
Yep.
And that comes from the coach on down.
Yeah, nervous is not. You want them to. You want to be able to calm them down a little bit. You don't want them to be nervous. You want them to.
Right.
Like a bunch of crazy dogs. Who was that?
Control madness.
Yeah, who was that?
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Bunch of crazy dogs.
Who was that, Mark?
Taylor.
That was a Green Bay
Taylor.
coach. Where you got Marty Schottenheimer. I want to see players with a gleam in their eye.
I love all these Eagle fans.
Yes, sir.
What's so funny is listening to Eagle fans. When was the last time you guys played a championship game? If you bring up the fact that you got your ass handed to you twice from last year, y'all come up with excuses about, losing to us and about how great y'all are. It's kind of revisionist history.
You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
Wise man once told me something, and I believe him.
Who's that?
Don't y'all ever notice whenever a person just talk crazy, that person is scared and worried?
They're trying to convince
I'm not worried
themselves.
about Philadelphia.
They're offended.
I'm not either.
They're offended that our main rivalry is Washington.
Not them.
And not them. And like I told you before, I stand by it. If they beat us twice, they're good.
There you go.
They're good. They can go 2-15.
2-15.
They're okay.
Twice.
But you can't go by that though, because remember we swept the Giants back in 2007, and they won the Super Bowl. So just because they sweep us, that don't mean squat.
If you beat us twice,
you know that, and I know that, but that just makes their season.
That's how crazy Eagle fans are.
Well,
if you beat us twice, I will commend you for that. But as of right now,
congratulations.
Yeah, but for right now, just shut the hell up, because you don't know what you're talking about. You're excited that you had this nice draft class.
And we're giving you credit for that.
Whoopee.
Congratulations.
You have won the offseason in our division. I would say that they have, but that's on paper. Let's wait and see what our young guys do.
Put the pads on.
Because I think people are going to be surprised. They don't know. We know because we've discussed these guys ad nauseum. We got some dogs that are coming in, so I think it'll be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Hey, Mark.
right, Vado?
Yeah.
Hey, do you like Jake from Wisconsin? Like, because I watched a couple of his interviews, and he looks like a smart guy. And he likes.
I was crying for him in the draft once we got past the
He
second
might
round.
be starting before it's over, it's said and done.
Yeah, I actually love it. You know, he's taking the number 48, which is made famous by Moose Johnson, and he's a guy who loves blocking. And I'm wondering, you know, I'm hoping that we're going to get a little more dynamic and stuff. You know, where we're using the two. You guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about 12 personnel, but using
not if you want to win.
Not me.
Mark.
I love it.
But
You want to win? I love 12 personnel.
using him like an H back.
I'm watching whatever.
Haha. Facts. He was like, I'm watching whatever. Hey, I'm telling you, I watch all your videos, Mark.
Well, appreciate that. I was actually looking at Bleacher Report here because I was trying to find something here. And
Yeah, I'm trying to let people talk. Sometimes they get carried away.
J.J. Watt went to the grocery store and bought some scallops. Got home, cooked the scallops, and sat down to eat the scallops. Got a couple of scallops in and noticed that they tasted like ammonia. Went to Google and saw this. Okay, if they smell like ammonia, they're bad. They're bad.
Yeah. Maybe smell them before you leave the store.
Oh boy. Do not eat them because they might have a slight ammonia smell. Boy, you're not.
Hey, who was that?
J.J.
I saw
Watt.
that. Who was it?
J.J. Watt. Not real bright.
Oh yeah, J.J. Watt. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Yeah.
Not real bright. But I would say for Eagles fans, you know, I'd be happy too. I'd be happy that you've got some hope and stuff. But you know, take it easy, man. Just be cool.
And
Just take it
and
down a
another
little
thing,
bit.
Mark, didn't we see this movie last year when Washington talked all that crap?
Oh, Mike Greenberg basically saying that the Washington football team was, you know, the sleeper of the division, that Ryan Fitzpatrick was going to be less tragic and all, you know. And how did that work out for him?
When you snort the cocaine, when does smoking the crack come in?
But you know, the thing that's
Come on, man, damn.
Here's the thing that's always funny to me is because typically what they always do is whatever teams were good the year before, they automatically say they're going to be good the next year. You know, like Washington, which was 7-9 and won a division in a bad division. Let's be clear. You know,
Yeah,
Dak was
7-9. We're
Okay.
bragging about that.
But they turned around and it's like, oh, they're going to be the best team in the division. They're up and coming and everything else. Comes to the Cowboys. Oh, nope, they got no chance. I mean, the team was still 12-5, guys. 12-5. And you look at it, we played like ass the second half of the season.
We were 12-5, and we had stretches where we didn't have Amari and a CeeDee Lamb on the field at the same time.
Right.
I mean, there were games where we didn't have either one of them. We lost Gallup for a big chunk of the year. We lost Tyron
Zeke
Smith for a month.
Oh no,
we
he
lost
was mediocre.
Zeke. We lost Zeke for 8. Yeah, for what? After game 4, he was basically done. They should have sat him.
No, and what's so crazy about all of that? We could have, through all of that, we could have at least went 15-2.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. If
The first game, the Thanksgiving game. Yeah.
Yeah, we
hell, if we just had a few less penalties called on us.
Yeah, it's time we win a damn Thanksgiving game. I'm tired.
It hurts, man.
I'm tired
It's been a while.
Because that's, I mean, I make
It's
sure I eat
disappointing.
early because I don't want to eat after that sometimes. So
Right.
I'll smoke my turkey by 2 o'clock.
Like,
and
man,
eat.
I get dressed up, put on all this cowboy gear, and y'all disappoint me. What you doing? It hurts.
You don't have a
I need a
white
little
face.
bit
You
of
don't have a
calm
white
down.
again.
I need a little bit of calm down time. I can't be around people. If Dallas is getting smoked, I just can't be. Okay, it's another game. Sorry, it's not. Everybody's watching. We can't do that shit. It's time to win.
Well, here's an interesting
time
tad
to win, guys. You know, I can't go another Thanksgiving being laughed at. You know, I'm
being the butt of all the jokes. Like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
and and gotta realize I'm the only Cowboy fan in the family, and I just can't be gained on again.
I'm ready to go. We're going to blows in a minute.
Here's an interesting one. Look, Troy Daniels. Troy, you always eating some good shit, man. Damn. Pro Football Focus, who last year on our draft gave us a B, has re-evaluated it and turned it into an A. Do we think that this draft class, where a lot of people gave us like a C, C plus, or a B, do we think this time next year we'll see people start to say that was a good draft class?
Look at it this way. When you draft, you hope to come out with one or two guys, okay? That's why I think the Eagles did have a good draft. I think we all need to say that they had a good draft. There's a reason why, why certain players were available, but that's a different conversation. But, we have, I would say 6 potential starters. I'm not saying they're going to come in and start, but I think Ferguson, he's going to be starting before the end of the year. I'm just telling you now.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah, before.
Oh, we got Smith. Yeah. He's going to start unless he's injured.
I tell you what,
and then we got D. Williams. He may not technically start, but if you're in on third down, to me, you're a starter. You're the guy who's making an impact. We have guys all the way down our draft. It's just worked out great.
Tolbert,
Tolbert, exactly. Yeah. Tolbert. I forgot. I mean, like when you forget about a guy like Tolbert, that just goes to show you how good of a draft we have. But
and
that's
possibly
fine. Everybody keep it low and
the following
whisper.
Year.
No, you may not know. I would say half of our draft class may be on special teams alone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. At least 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's why I said Donovan Wilson, a lot of the vets. I think we might have a surprise cut here or there, depending on these new cornerbacks. Like you might see a trade. I don't want to get rid of Anthony Brown, but like you got the other guy out of Michigan. What's his name?
Jordan Lewis.
There might be a trade. Not that I want to get rid of anybody, but we got so many good young guys that they come in, and then that's not counting the guys we had last year in the draft that haven't played, like Boss Man, and then you had the tall kid.
Jabril Cox will play a lot more because he won't be injured. Yeah.
No, Brian, you may be seeing a number of players either release or trade.
Yeah,
for sure.
I don't want to get rid of guys, but I'm just saying, if it's a competition, I think we all know how that works. If it's close, we're going with the cheap young guy.
Right.
So that's just how it works.
It's the business.
Well, the question will be because there's always a couple of guys that come around like J-Ron Kearse. Not that many people, when we signed J-Ron Kearse, thought he was going to be very good. And definitely not seeing him being a starter.
I was excited.
I'm on record. I was not excited. I was like, okay, we'll see.
He's back.
But before him, our safeties suck. Like, if you think about it, they suck.
Yeah, but safety is actually become a strength now.
We haven't had a good safety since Wilcox.
Like, come on, like, what are we doing?
We haven't had a good safety since Darren Woodson.
Yeah, true.
He should be in the Hall of Fame too. All you Eagles fans watching, Darren Woodson did more for our team than what's his name that went into the Hall of Fame last year for the Eagles. Big hitter Brian Dawkins. I love Brian Dawkins. Don't get me wrong. I love B.A.M, but Darren Woodson, he was unbelievable as a safety, and the fact that he's not in the Hall of Fame is ridiculous.
That is crazy when you think about it.
I remember Woody when he was. A lot of people don't know, but Woody was an All-American linebacker at Ohio State. He was a linebacker.
I know that. I'm from Columbus, so of course I know that.
We could have drafted him as a linebacker, but
his time is coming. But he should have went in last year, just like D. Ware should have made it. That was embarrassing. But
yeah, that was totally embarrassing because everybody knew D-Red was going in. And
it
when
just
they
makes you wonder
that,
what they're thinking, Thomas. Like, why not? Yeah, D. Ware. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. There's something to be said for certain first ballot Hall of Famers.
He should have been one.
And you know, when they had the Hall of Fame announcement at the NFL honors, when they was calling out the names to go out, to go on stage, when they didn't call out D. Ware's name, I was like,
I was shocked.
I was shocked.
I was like, what the hell? And you know, I had to walk away. I did.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say that this is probably the most complete defense that we've had, position by position, since the 2007 Dallas Cowboys defense. D. Ware was All-Pro. Roy Williams was a Pro Bowler. Ken Hamlin, our other safety, was a Pro Bowler. And Terrence Newman was a Pro Bowler. But listen to this defense. You had Brady James as one of your linebackers, Roy Williams, DeMarcus Ware, Jacques Reeves, Ken Hamlin, Terrence Newman, Chris Canty, who got a ring at least with the Giants, Anthony Henry, Greg Ellis, Anthony Spencer. That was a pretty good defense there. You had Jay Ratcliffe, Jason Hatcher, and Marcus Spears.
And a lot of those guys weren't necessarily, they were like good pieces that were added that made that defense.
They fit together.
Yeah, that's why I'm excited about our defense coming up.
We got to correct you. Darren Woodson played for Arizona State, not Ohio State.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, he was a Sun Devil.
All right. The NFL has a vendetta against the Dallas Cowboys that's worthy of a Hall of Fame. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree that the NFL has a vendetta. I think, and it goes back to Jerry Jones. From Jerry Jones trying to can Roger Goodell.
Isn't Jerry always after him?
It might have been before that.
Well, definitely. Look, it didn't. It certainly didn't get any better. After that, because basically he was the one that was like, let's pump the brakes on that contract extension and stuff, And I think that he got the riot act read to him. Right now we got them counting votes on Dan Snyder. I think when you take money out of the pockets of the other owners, that's where you finally cross the line. It's one thing to take the passports of the cheerleaders and stuff, and make them do all kinds of stuff for the fan base and things. It's another when you're taking cash out their pockets. So
I emailed you that last night, Mark, on Dan Snyder.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt me any to see Dan Snyder go.
I think we want to keep Dan. I think we want to keep Dan right where he's at because they haven't won crap with him, and he always seems to screw it up. So let's not upset the apple cart there.
All right, I hear you on that one, but okay, I'll give you that one. All right, so what else we
don't
got
want Jeff
here, guys?
Bezos owning them. That could be, that could be trouble.
He could definitely buy anything that he wanted to, including all the other owners.
Well, Jerry Jones, he's the Al Davis of this generation. Cause you remember back in the day when Al Davis was always up against Pete Rozelle.
Oh heck, when Jerry bought the Cowboys, he and Al Davis hit it off right off the bat.
Yep. Two birds.
I don't know about you guys, but I've had it with the whole preseason press conference. I've had it with Jerry talking. I've had it with Steven talking. I'm done. Just play and win. If I don't want to hear about
Ring of Honor. I hate when he gets on it.
Yeah, you got to reverse that
Ring of
spell.
Honor and
I don't want to hear how much you could sell the Cowboys for, $10 billion. I'm sorry, I know it's a lot of money. I'm not impressed. I'm a Dallas fan. I want you to win playoff games, and ultimately I want you to win a Super Bowl. So shut up. I'm tired. It's over. I'm over it. So
yeah, I've been saying that for the longest. Jerry, shut up. You in the way. You need to be upstairs signing some checks or something, or looking in your secretary's face or whatever. Hey, get out the way.
When Stephen Jones was laughing,
you're a distraction. Get out the way.
When Stephen Jones was laughing, saying about the Rams, well, that's a way you could run an organization. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I listen. I'll take a couple down years if you're going to get me a ring. Yeah, that's what I want.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's been 25 years. Yeah, for Christ's sake. I mean, stop penny pinching, Stephen.
And that's the sad thing is we've been close enough that a couple of players here and there would take us over the top. Now, be that maybe the three of these guys are a little bit past their prime, but think about Bobby Wagner, Zadarius Smith, and Von Miller. Their cap number for this year total is $12 million. And are you going to honestly tell me that those three players would not help get this team over a hump?
They had enough money to sign all three of them.
Just give me one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least give me one.
It's like, listen, I know I'm happy about the draft. I'm excited. But it's almost like we have to catch lightning in a bottle every year because we never actually add anybody that's a proven winner. You know what I mean? We have to draft good. And listen, the draft is not an exact science. So we may love these guys, but they all come in as a rookie class. They're not as strong as what they'll be in a year from now. Mm-hmm. It's just frustrating. Give me an Anthony Barr. Give me somebody with experience that's won that can look in the huddle and say, "Okay, boys, this is what we're doing." So who do we got now? We got D. Law. He hasn't won nothing.
You got that right. Brian, you sound a little bit angry, buddy.
He sounds a little salty.
Yeah, he definitely.
Listen, I live in where I live, and I'm hearing about how we suck and the Eagles are great. Oh, yeah. It just gets old, and I can't argue with them. I mean, I just sit back and listen, and then you turn on the TV and you hear everybody saying how we're the fourth team in the division, which is a joke. But I'm tired of the noise. You know what I mean? I'm tired of hearing people.
We're deep
run their mouth.
As much as we invest in this, we do for a ring.
Man, we need two of them back to back.
Us as fans, we invest a lot of time and energy in this team.
Man,
that we do.
Time that you can't get back.
I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited for the year. I still think we're going to win a division. It's frustrating that we can't go out and add a piece here or there. I'm not asking you to go out and do what the Rams did.
Yeah.
Right. Give me an Anthony Barr. Give me a swing tackle. Is that asking so much?
It really isn't. That's the thing about it, But
because when Tyron gets hurt, Mark, what are we going to do?
I know.
You know what we're going to do.
I know what we're going to do. You'll have a Ty Nsekhe type that'll be right there. Or we'll have to reshuffle the offensive line.
Yeah, they're going to move the right tackle to left tackle, or they're going to put a rookie at left tackle. Good luck, Dak. You know what I mean? Go out and get a swing tackle, please.
Yep.
You guys think Philbin's under pressure this year? If he doesn't get it done?
I'm sorry, who is?
Philbin.
Joe Philbin.
Oh yeah, Philbin.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I'm not a fan of him. Not a fan of him at all. Bring back Hudson Hawk or somebody, man.
Mark Colombo.
Mark Colombo. That's it, Stacey.
Oh, yeah, him too.
Yeah, Colombo did wonders after Paul Alexander.
Look, Mayweather is going doing all the work, and he don't even work for the Cowboys, but he does all the work for our office. Like, guess how Gil got better by you. Mayweather does all the work. And Philbin don't do shit.
Damn, Philbin won't do shit.
Vito unloading on Philbin.
Damn,
Man.
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell it how you really feel about it. Philbin won't do shit.
Philbin's terrible.
Man.
Wow, Vito. Come on, man. Ease up, man. Ease up.
He told it.
Damn.
Mayweather is doing all the work, and he don't even get paid by the Cowboys, but they gonna go
Yeah, they got to get better. We definitely got to get better.
And Mark, that was something that some of the Cowboy content creators was talking about last week.
Mm-hmm.
They said, man, how come Jerry hasn't called Duke Manuel in his office and just, hey man, be on standby. We're debating on getting rid of what's her name, the old line coach.
Joe Philbin, yeah.
Yeah, you gonna be the next guy in line. We gonna talk the money thing and all of that when we get rid of Philbin, and you be in sight. Just put it like that. You be in sight.
I want to like Philbin.
Now to get rid of him though.
I want to like Philbin. He's I feel bad for the guy. I mean, that whole situation with his son.
Yeah.
I think his son committed suicide and all that. It's but
and like we were talking about having dogs on the team, I don't know that he has the dog in him as a coach.
Yeah, I think Hard Knocks showed us that last year how his interaction, it wasn't very impressive to me.
No, he treats his players like buddies rather than disciplining them when things don't go the way they should.
Yeah, I don't see much like teaching and technique. I see, more yelling than anything else, or you got to do better. I don't see any technique. That's why I liked, like Stacy said, I liked Mark Colombo. I liked him. I don't know what happened in New York. But,
an improvement. Mark Colombo was our O-line coach.
Because remember we got rid of, who was it? Paul Alexander, I think we let
Mr.
go.
Ketchup Bottle.
Yeah, he tried to change, or he changed all their technique and totally screwed them up. And then Mark Colombo had to come back and go, no, we're going to be violent with our hands, like that's what we need. But that's the problem with McCarthy. He's so stuck on his buddies,
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Nepotism.
Well, I don't think McCarthy really wanted Kellen Moore. I think it was more of a Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones probably told him, look, you're not going to
I agree with that. No,
I hate Kellen Moore. I'm sorry. I freaking hate him. He is soft as
I hate him too.
He just
at first he was exciting.
He's stuck in that Linehan line.
You look at him and he don't look intimidating at all.
That Linehan Lions line.
Linehan.
Yeah. Who do we think McCarthy would have brought in with him when he came on as coach if he was given that?
I don't know. Shout out to Terry Lee for the super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. Not sure who he would have brought in.
Schottenheimer, maybe? Brian
Who?
Schottenheimer? Maybe
Schottenheimer might have been.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I could live with Brian Schottenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
Is he in Seattle now, right?
No, he's with the Cowboys.
He's with us.
He's with the Cowboys now, but
this is the thing that always kills me is we always bring in consultants.
How many coaches did we have last year, Mark? Jesus.
Remember, didn't McAdoo go to Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we had assistants for the assistants.
And consultants.
Who had assistants as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And yet we can't get a swing tackle in town.
I would think that Mike McCarthy, Mr. Analytics, should be the consultant to Kellen Moore, myself.
He should take over the play calling.
Yeah, personally, I think McCarthy should take over.
Well, Jerry's going to get in the way of that.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, and then
that's our golden boy.
Yeah, and then if
he ain't so golden anymore. I'm sorry.
He's going to run up and tell Jerry like a little kid.
He ain't shining like he did a couple of years ago.
Well, herein lies maybe the problem with Jerry Jones is when you have so much money, you don't necessarily care about what it costs you to get your way. You know what I mean? And for him, all those years of Jason Garrett, he was trying to prove everybody that he was right about picking Jason Garrett.
There he is, Rock.
See if Rock can get.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, Rock. We don't see you.
I'm just working on a Customers fan. Huh?
How you doing, man? There you go.
Just working on a Customers fan right now.
Oh, okay. You electrician?
Well,
Jack of all trades?
Jack of all trade, master of none.
Hey, that's my type of guy, man. That's me right here at the heart, man. It's called being broke and having to learn how to do everything.
That's right.
Yeah. We're still working on the plans of getting down there, man. Actually, tomorrow's going to be a big day, finding out and finally getting these plans together. I'm going to find out a lot, details-wise, and that's where I need to talk to you too, Brian, because my plans definitely include you as well. And
you guys are pushing it back, though. I don't know. We'll see. Now I'm hearing you're pushing towards the end of June.
Well, that's Stuart said. It's not. I don't think I can do it quite at the end of the month. I know Stuart wants us there for his birthday, but I think it's.
That's not good for me. But like I said, we'll see what we could do.
Okay. Well,
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, I have enough room. Like I said, I have 3 bedrooms. And if more people want to come, I have like 5 queen beds of air mattress or whatever. We'll make a whole party.
All right.
Oh, dang.
There you go.
Yeah, so,
and he's got all kinds of barbecue food.
You got a private plane too.
He got to put Mark to shame.
Well, you know what? I'm okay. You know what? I'm okay if somebody puts me to shame. I'm okay with that. Does that mean that shit is good? Okay. You know, I'd love for somebody to put me to shame, because then that means there's one thing less I have to do.
Rock, send the G5 down.
There you go. That would make all the plans a lot easier if somebody had a plane to just fly us all down there and take everything we need.
Yeah. No.
But that's the
Hey,
hard
maybe
part.
we could get Jerry to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Good
Wishful
luck
thinking,
with
right?
that one.
If he's charging $150 for lunch for a week, I don't think he's going to fly us down.
I couldn't believe it when I heard that.
That's crazy, Mark.
I mean,
that's embarrassing, actually.
Yeah, that is embarrassing.
No, Jerry will pull a remember that movie Major Leagues when the plane comes up with duct tape? Yeah, that's Jerry.
You know,
Yeah, one of those old 1950 propeller-driven. Yeah.
Duct tape all over the propellers.
You know,
my experience. My experience as a mailman for the last 25 or so years, it's the people who don't have money who takes care of you at Christmas time.
Yeah,
That's
it's the people that have money. They don't part with their money.
Right.
And it's a reality that I've used to. And listen, whatever somebody can give is great, but that's how it rolls. That's how it is. That's why they got their money, because they ain't giving it up.
Yeah,
that's right.
And when I first met Jerry Jones, I actually it comes full circle now, because how you doing, Jerry Jones? My wife is like, my husband spends all his money on Dallas Cowboy stuff, and he reached out his hand and he goes like this: "Give me some more of that money. Give me some more of that money," because he really is that damn greedy.
That's that glory hole.
They literally, and Stephen Jones is the exact same way. That's why he doesn't want to spend money on free agents. When you have to charge your players for lunch, and your team is worth over $10 billion, there's something wrong with
Ross
you.
Tucker came out and said that.
How
and
much?
He hammered him.
How much is enough? These are you're supposed to be looking at these guys being all in and doing everything else and sacrificing for you, and you won't even buy them lunch.
Hell, when I worked at the casino years and years ago, they took care of our lunch every day. You know what I mean? So how the hell did I just don't understand why they're nickel and diamond. It's crazy.
I might understand that if you were, say, the Jets and nobody comes to see you or things. I might even understand with Washington, with that stadium that's ass. And
they print money, Mark. They print money.
Yeah. I just don't understand it.
Okay, so curiosity, with this new gambling thing, how many stadiums are going to have actual in-house gambling? All of them, or?
Well, pretty much. Depending on the state, but FedEx, the Nationals and the Wizards, you can gamble there. They actually make on site game days. One of the places that Washington is looking at, which I hope they don't do, it's a historic farm that's across from the MGM, but it makes it nice and conducive because people fly into MGM, go right over the Beltway to the stadium, gambling and all that. I know Jerry's partner with a casino that's in Arkansas, right across the border and things like that. And I'm sure that eventually Texas will end up having the gambling apps, because now you don't necessarily have to gamble at the site. You know, everything on the apps right now, Virginia, Lord knows you get bombarded by about 30 different apps for gambling on everything from 2 cockroaches crawling up the wall, so to speak. So, you know, that's getting heavier and heavier all the way around.
Right.
Well, you know, once they allowed it, it basically opened the floodgates, so it's fine. Yeah, whatever. I don't have a problem with it.
As long as the players aren't in there, I guess. Players and coaches.
How about owners that are paying coaches to...
Primetime Phil, how's the vacation?
Did Primetime jump in?
He's on the chat.
Okay. Oh, there he is. What's up, Primetime? We miss you on the chat here, buddy. Well, I guess we've been here for an hour and a half. Any final thoughts as we get ready for this next phase of OTAs, where we're going to start picking it up a little bit and getting a little bit more physical? Not actually physical, but a little bit more?
I think we'll learn more, you know, now that the vets and the rookies, you know, we'll learn as much as they're going to show us. Yeah, it's exciting. It's an exciting time. Now we're going to have the whole team together, and we'll see how, you know, I'm sure we'll hear little whispers of where they're playing the people, and we'll get an idea after this, you know, this next week what's going on.
5 Rings asked me if I'm going to Oxnard. That I'm contemplating. If I have some things that work out the way I hope they do, I think we might be there. Most definitely. No reason to go to the Hall of Fame this year. No Cowboys are going in there, so I won't have to worry about that. But yeah, we're going to be trying to do a whole lot more interactive fan things this year than we did last year. Last year it was basically the Washington football game at FedEx, but we're definitely going to be in Dallas for a few games this year. What's up, Paul?
Like fun.
It's getting dark out here.
Phil's in Disney.
Primetime Phil is in. Oh, well, have fun with that, man, in Disney World. We're going to have some severe thunderstorms that are going to be coming through, and I'm seeing it's getting black out here. But did you guys like seeing the outdoor set again? You know,
oh yeah,
I just
looking good.
Oh yeah, I like
got this back open again. I almost forgot about it. It's kind of like, oh, I forgot. I got the studio outside here.
I'm gonna have to take the drive down for a game. I love the outdoor.
Oh, I talked to my people about coming down there for the Washington game.
Definitely. Well, you know, there's.
I saw Primetime Phil's face that popped up a minute ago.
Oh, okay. But definitely, Brian, you definitely have to come down for it, man, because there's TVs all over the place. Because you've got, you know, with Direct TV, we've got all the games and stuff going on and things. So it's definitely a ball here.
We'll
have to get Rashid there. I'd love to be able to torture Rashid.
I think Rashid has just lost it, man. You know, he was, when we went down for the draft, Rashid was at the pinnacle and stuff. But since that time, I think the Giants have just worn him out, man. He's just got no whatever.
No drive.
No drive. What's this? Football season. Yeah.
Hey, Mark, he's totally demoralized, and I love it.
Yeah, you know,
you know what? Though he should be happy. I think their future is brighter than what it was.
Well, that's not saying much.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, they got some. I think their first round they did well. I mean, their defense is. They ain't going to be a walkover like a cakewalk like it was last year. They're going to be better. You know, I'm not saying they're going to beat us, but it's going to be tougher.
They'll be competitive in a few games.
Yeah, he should be happy.
Yeah, and then plus they're bringing in a new defense coordinator too in Wink Martindale.
Wink Martindale, I like Wink Martindale.
Yeah, he did pretty good for Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean he ran a 3-4, right? So I mean that'll be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see. But anyway, I don't want to hold you, Mark.
All right, good people. So everybody, I appreciate everybody coming in and being part of the show. And let me see, do I have
Mark?
Yes.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but next week when we do Zoom, I'll probably be doing the Zoom from a different location.
Okay.
I may be on Zoom from LAX. I don't know.
Okay.
But it will be from a different location.
All right, that sounds like.
As long as you don't have that your son and yelling at you in the background.
No,
those Titans fans. There you go.
No. It may be a lot of people in the background, but I will be from a different location. I may not talk as much, but I will be in the Zoom call from a different location.
All right, that sounds like a winner. So everybody, I appreciate y'all being here. Tomorrow night we have a regular live stream Monday night, and I hope to see you guys there. And I'll end it with this one. Good.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire stupid motherfucker!
I want to see a lot of that this year.
What an idiot!
Brian, are you still here? Okay. Yeah, Brian, don't leave just yet. Dallas has Cooper and Gallup,
but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. He's stupid.
I fire his ass.
I fire his ass.
He's a trip.
I mean, how he's got to be stupid.
Hopefully we get a few